Okay guys, so this is the beginning of my Roni build. I've taken all the screws out. I've determined what I need to cut off and cut out. So I'm gonna start having at it. Okay, so that's what it looks like torn apart. So I'm gonna have to gut all of this stuff out in order for me to fit the TIPX in. More to come. So what this was a water gun, guys. It was a water gun with a motor in it and other components. So okay, so this is me trying to make a conversion kit out of a Nerf type gun. This is a Nerf, but it's a Nerf water pistol. You know, I like to salvage some of the stuff just to make it look okay and different. But a lot of that may be cut away by the time I'm done. But whatever's inside of the guns, I usually take them out and I'll gut them out so I can kind of position to see what I have to cut in and cut out for the actual pistol, or, you know, whatever pistol I'm using. So now I got all the guts out of the gun and parts that are probably throwaway parts, but I don't throw anything away just yet, guys, because when you kind of winging this thing, you're trying to kind of fit and piece things together. So I usually just want to get two halves like I have right here. You know, there's obvious things where I'm going to have to cut. I'm going to have to cut this in order to fit the gun. But you don't want to start cutting until you start measuring like the depth of the gun, where it's going to be positioned, how you're going to cut it, because you're trying to get a snug fit, and you want to make sure that it's not only just snug, but you want to be able to pull it in, you know, put it in and pull it out without any problems. It might require some other fittings and stuff like that, glued in or whatever. Just not sure right now, but I've got the two halves in the base of them. So you have one half here where it's like this. And so, you know, you're going to cut some of that body off. I know I'm going to get rid of this here in order to fit the gun, but you don't know how it's going to position just yet. So you have the two halves. I just kind of put the gun up to it to kind of get an understanding of what has to be cut out. You know, may have to cut a lot more than this out, but what you want to do is you don't want to cut too much so that you can still have the rigidity of it, so that it will make this a tac converter type situation. You know, you also want to, you'll decide whether or not you're going to paint, sand, or do anything to a lot of this stuff as you go along. But right now, that's the beginning. So the beginning of a tac conversion kit depends on the gun that you're doing and what you want. So, you know, Nerf guns are plentiful at thrift stores, guys. If you go to some of your local thrift stores, depending on which ones you have, you can find these reasonable. So I pay like $2.50 for this. Some you pay a little bit more depending on what you do. And then, you know, to make sure that when you get them, you're not tearing up something that's rare, or tear it up if you want to. Just depends on how you want to do things. But I usually find them at thrift stores. They've been used. This one here stopped working because the battery bay was rusted out, and whoever had it just didn't, you know, want to do, I guess, keep it because it wasn't working. But yeah, so that's really how it goes.